Introduction. The Senate Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, HSGAC, and the Senate Committee on Finance undertook this investigation into potential conflicts of interest and the involvement of the Biden family in foreign business ventures while Joe Biden was vice president, following allegations that the Obama administration's Ukraine policy could have been affected by Hunter Biden's position on the board of Burisma, and that family members may have improperly sought to benefit from their relationship with the vice president. The first letter written regarding potential conflicts of interest was sent by Chairman Grassley on August 14, 2019, relating to the Henniges transaction. That was an Obama-era Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States approved transaction which gave control over Henniges, an American maker of anti-vibration technologies with military applications, to a Chinese government-owned aviation company and a China-based investment firm with established ties to the Communist Chinese government. One of the companies involved in the Henniges transaction was a billion-dollar private investment fund called Bohai Harvest RST, BHR. BHR was reportedly formed in November 2013 by a merger between the Chinese government-linked firm Bohai Capital and a U.S. company named Rosemont Seneca Partners. Rosemont Seneca Partners was reportedly formed in 2009 by Hunter Biden, the son of then Vice President Joe Biden, by Chris Hines, the stepson of former Secretary of State John Kerry, and by others. The direct involvement of Hunter Biden and Hines in the acquisition of Henniges by the Chinese government creates a potential conflict of interest. Both are directly related to high-ranking Obama administration officials. The Department of State, then under Mr. Kerry's leadership, is also a CFIUS member and played a direct role in the decision to approve the Henniges transaction. The appearance of a potential conflict of interest in this case was particularly troubling given Hunter Biden's history of investing in and collaborating with Chinese companies, including at least one that clearly poses significant national security concerns. This history with China precedes and follows the 2015 Henniges transaction. This report will discuss Hunter Biden's and Devon Archer's corporate entities and their links to the Communist Chinese government in more detail. In 2019, newly released documents, made public as a result of Freedom of Information Act requests and investigative reporting, brought fresh public attention and scrutiny to potential conflicts of interest with respect to Ukraine policy in the Obama administration. Additionally, news reporting also raised questions about potential conflicts of interest with respect to Hunter Biden's business dealings in China, Ukraine, and Russia while Joe Biden was serving as vice president. Accordingly, on November 6, 2019, Chairman Grassley and Chairman Johnson wrote a letter to the Department of State regarding potential conflicts of interest due to Hunter Biden's position on the board of the corrupt Ukrainian gas company Burisma Holdings Limited, while Vice President Biden was the public face of the administration's handling of Ukraine. The committee's investigation focused on determining whether Hunter Biden and Devon Archer sought to benefit financially from their relationship with then Vice President Joe Biden, or if they sought to influence U.S. policy in Ukraine on behalf of Burisma. Further, the committees reviewed and evaluated the Obama administration's handling of Ukraine policy to determine whether policy decisions related to Ukraine and Burisma were improperly influenced by the employment and financial interests of family members of the administration. For example, after joining Burisma's board, Biden and Archer subsequently requested meetings with senior State Department officials, including then Secretary of State John Kerry and then Deputy Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Further, a Democratic lobbying firm, Blue Star Strategies, working on behalf of Burisma, also invoked Hunter Biden's association with Burisma while requesting a meeting with then Undersecretary of State Catherine Novelli to discuss matters of concern related to the Department of State's position that Burisma was a corrupt company. In 2016, Ukraine's top prosecutor, Viktor Shokin, had an active and ongoing investigation into Burisma and its owner, Mykola Zlochevsky. At the time, Archer and Hunter Biden continued to serve on Burisma's board of directors. According to news reports, then Vice President Biden threatened to withhold $1 billion in United States loan guarantees if Ukraine's leaders did not dismiss Shokin. After that threat, After that threat, Ukraine's parliament fired Shokin. Pursuant to the scope of this investigation, the committees requested relevant Obama administration records from several U.S. federal government agencies and interviewed current and former U.S. government officials with firsthand knowledge of the Obama administration's handling of U.S. policy in Ukraine. The committees sent requests for information to the Department of State, National Archives and Records Administration, Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation, U.S. Secret Service, Department of the Treasury, and the U.S. Democratic consulting firm Blue Star Strategies. Accordingly, this investigation is based on Obama administration federal government records and records from a Democrat lobby shop, Blue Star Strategy. Senate Resolution 70 gives HSGAC express authority to study or investigate the efficiency and economy of operations of all branches of the government, including the possible existence of corruption or unethical practices, and conflicts of interest. The Committee on Finance has broad jurisdiction over the United States government and, specifically, the Department of the Treasury and the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, which includes oversight jurisdiction over potential financial crimes.